I'm Jimmy from Mitch's on the Horizon, and this is a tour of our 900 US a month Airbnb. Let's go. So, if you're like us, you probably spent a lot of time looking for Airbnbs. It's really quite difficult to find the right Airbnb for what you need. So I thought, while we're here, why don't we just give you a quick tour of our 900 US a month Airbnb that we're staying at the moment. So the title of this video is a little bit misleading because we're not technically in Kuala Lumpur. We're in a place called Subang Jaya, which is about 35 minutes away from KLCC, where the Petronas Tower and the KL Tower is. Now, you would think that's an issue, but in KL, it's really not, because the train system here is so good. We literally have a train station 500 meters away that takes you directly into KLCC. So it's not an issue. You literally get on the train and it's on the same line. It can be a lot cheaper to stay out of KL than in KL proper and stay out in the suburbs or out in the outlying areas in Selangor. So without further ado, let's just go and have a look at this place and show you what you get for 900 US a month. Okay, so one of the key factors that we look at when we're picking an Airbnb is desk space, because we have an online business, we work digitally, and our kids are homeschooled. So we need to make sure that everyone has a place to sit so that they're comfortable. So one of the big key features of this place, and the reason we got it, is because it had this desk. And when I was looking at the Airbnbs and when we were picking one, this came into consideration because it was one of the few that had a full-size desk that we could work from. Normally what most families will do and what we'll do is work off a dining table. But this one doesn't have a dining table, it has this desk instead, which worked out amazingly well because Pauline can work right here and then I can work over here. The boys, they do their schooling over here on what would be the breakfast buffet. Boys, how do you find working on here when you're doing your schooling? So like, it's important to have the space. So when you're looking for an Airbnb, you want to keep that in the back of your mind. Is like, where is everyone going to plonk down to do what they need to do? Now, if you're on vacation, it's less of an issue, but if you're traveling around like us full time for a year, you need to keep that into consideration. So let's go over to the kitchen. I'll show you the kitchen. So a pretty standard kitchen for a Southeast Asian city. Doesn't matter if you go to KL, Manila, Vietnam, they're kind of all laid out pretty much exactly the same unless you go real upscale. So this is like the kitchen. You got to remember, in Southeast Asia, people don't generally eat at home. They eat out or they get food in. So got 2-burner stove, got a little fridge here, a little small one, microwave and sink. That's all you really need in the kitchen, because all we're really doing is like preparing meals and putting meals together. We're not really cooking much here. So we'll eat breakfast in the morning. As you can see, we got our breakfast here, but that's about it. We eat lunch and we get dinner in. So over here is our living area. So pretty small, but to be fair, we're not in the apartment that often, just when we're schooling and a little bit on the weekends, but most of the time we're out and about. So small living room. It's enough for all 4 of us to sit down, and if there isn't, just sit on the floor. They're kids, they can survive. Now, we'll come and have a look at the view for a sec. Now, I'm gonna warn you, this isn't KLCC, so you're not gonna see the Petronas Towers or anything like that, but it's a good enough view. You can see here, we are in the middle of suburbia. There's nothing really super fancy about where we are. You know, it's where the locals are living, because it is cheap and it's easy to get into the main part of KL if you need to. So from there, let's go and have a look at the bedrooms. So one of the other things you need to look for when you're looking for an Airbnb, especially in Southeast Asian countries, is the bedrooms need to have air conditioning. Each one needs to have one. It gets extremely humid during the night and it's very uncomfortable to sleep in humidity. It doesn't matter if you're an adult or a kid. So this is the kids' bedroom here. Apologies for the mess. You know, we are living out of suitcases, right? So one of the reasons we picked this place is because it had 2 single beds. So we had a bed for each of the boys, air conditioner, very, very important. So when you're looking at the photos, make sure to check if every room has an air conditioner, because it makes a big difference. This makes a big difference too. Try and get an Airbnb with fans in it, in each room. It makes a massive difference. I can attest to that, because some days it's not cold enough, it's not warm enough to have just the air conditioner going. Sometimes you just need the fan and that's enough. And sometimes you don't want the aircon on because it gets too cold. The fan is the perfect solution for that. Okay, so we'll flick over to the bathroom here. So this Airbnb we're staying in is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and they're full bathrooms. So you can see here, this is the bathroom here. Nothing fancy, it's small. It's a very typical Southeast Asian bathroom. No protection for the toilet because this is generally a wet area. So just a hot water unit on the wall with a head and a toilet and a basin. Pretty basic, but that's the one. That's like our secondary bathroom. The kids mostly shower where we are because it's got a shower screen. I'll show you that now. Okay, so this is the main bedroom here. This is where Pauline and I sleep. Got some really good storage in this Airbnb. You can see that there's full sliding doors and some storage up here, which we haven't used, but there is storage up there. Come through here. This is the bathroom we were talking about. So this is a very special bathroom in Southeast Asia. It actually has a shower screen, which for us is really good. It means the toilet doesn't get wet because we're using toilet paper, not just using water. You know, we want to kind of try and keep the toilet dry, and a shower screen really does a good job of that. So full-size bathroom, good enough for a family of 4. One bathroom would have been enough, but it had 2. So if you're a big person, I'm 6'2", so I'm really tall. Pauline's not that tall, but I am. And I hate sleeping with a footboard because I don't like having my feet like this. Most beds in Airbnbs are double beds. So what you have to do is you have to message the people if it doesn't explicitly say it's a queen bed. You have to message them and ask them, is it a queen bed? Because there's a difference between a queen in a Western country and a queen over here. But this is a full queen bed, as you can see. Like, I can lay down and pretty comfortable. Not the most comfiest bed in the world, I must admit, but you kind of get used to parted beds in Asia if you're staying here for long enough. So full queen bed, no footboard, which is a really big thing, and you've got a pretty decent view here. Same view, just look out. Sometimes we just leave the curtains open, just look out the window, just look at the traffic passing by, and you know, it's all locals, everyone's just going about their day. So how did we land on this place specifically? I know one of the things that gets mentioned a lot, and we struggle with this, is how do you pick the actual Airbnb that you're going to choose? So what Pauline and I do is we have a list of things that we would like. So one of the things is we need to be close to a gym, or the gym that's in the facility, because this facility does have a pool and a gym. Fortunately, this place, the gym is not that good. So there's a gym about 1 kilometer away, we just walk to that. So that's one of the first things we do, is we look for a place that has a gym. The second thing we do is look for a place that has a grocery store, that like in a decent supermarket to get food, because you don't want to eat out every night. Some nights you just want to get some cereal, or you just want to get some bread and just keep it basic. So those two things together generally set the parameters of what we look for. So what we do is we go on Google Maps and we look for the local gyms, and we start searching for suburbs and areas that have a local gym, and then we start to narrow down where the gym is and where the shopping center is. Then in places like KL that have good public transit, all we do is go from, okay, well the center of KL is very expensive, let's work back from the center and see how far we can get until it starts to get cheaper. And that's how we landed on Subang Jaya, which happened to be a really convenient place to stay in KL because it's like central to everything. All the attractions of KL are on the eastern side of Subang Jaya, and on the western side of Subang is KLCC, and it's all on one train line, so it worked out to be really good. So if you don't have some kind of process, you could spend days and days looking for Airbnbs. And we also try and work off $50 Australian a day, which is about $30 US a day. That's our bellwether for how much a family of 4 should be spending on accommodation a day. That's how we landed here. So for 900 US a month, you get a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo with a pool, okay gym, with air conditioning in every room. And that's close to a gym, and that's close to a pool. That's only 35 minutes from the center of KL. Yeah, hopefully that helps you find your next Airbnb. If you like these Airbnb tours, let us know, because the next time we go to an Airbnb, we'll give you another tour. I enjoy doing them because I do all the research and try and find them, so it's really fun to do. So guys, thank you for watching, and we'll catch us all on the horizon.